part 6 of hairstyles that you can do with just a satin scrunchie, and we are going to be doing one of my go-tos for dirty hair days today. This is definitely one of the easiest styles I'm going to show you how to do with your satin scrunchie because it is essentially just a ponytail. So it is day 2 today, so you can see that even with dry shampoo, if we really get in there and look, my hair is a bit greasy, my ends are a bit dry, I haven't done anything to refresh or make it look nice today, so on a day like that, I will wear it up. Obviously, I would still like to feel cute and feel like my ponytail looks like a style as opposed to just throwing my hair up because I didn't care what it looked like today, so this is what I do. I do have a little bit of dry shampoo in my hair that I put in this morning just so it wouldn't look so greasy. I used the K18 dry shampoo, but you can use any dry shampoo that you like. I am now going to add texturizing powder before I do my ponytail. And this is really important if you want to make sure that your ponytail looks really full and fluffy and not like a sleek going to the gym type ponytail. I am using the Design Me Puff Me volumizing powder. I really like the little kind of puff it comes in. So we're going to add that. We're going to put it in the roots and we're going to put it some through the mids and ends as well. So I'm just going to hold up sections and I'm going to give it a little puffs into the root area. I'm not going to use too much. I mean, you're always welcome to use as much as you want, but these types of texturizing powders will make your hair a little bit more difficult to work with, especially if you're not used to working with texturizing powder. And then I'm just going to go through, I'm going to take little sections and just go through my hair. Now, once I've done this, I'm not going to wear my hair down because my hair is already looking dry, and adding texture powder on top of my ends already looking dry is going to make my hair look frizzy and gross. But it's going to look perfect for our ponytail. So now I'm just going to brush through everything quick before we start trying to put it up. You want to make sure there's no tangles. Having no tangles is going to help make sure you don't have any weird lumps and bumps in your ponytail. Often lumps and bumps are either tangles or hairs trying to go in the opposite direction that the rest of the hair is trying to go. So making sure we've brushed before we start to put it up in the ponytail is step 1. Then we're going to brush it all up. I'm brushing it with the brush to make sure it's nice and neat, but I'm not trying to go really tight, if that makes sense. We will loosen it after, but my goal here is not a slick ponytail. Not today. It's going to look pretty slick when we first start, but... Alright, so I like my ponytail quite high, but you can put it wherever you want. If you want to see the ponytail from the front when someone's looking at you in the face, you do want to make sure it's like right up at the crown of your head, especially if you don't have super thick hair. Because the thicker your hair is, the more height your ponytail is going to get. But if you don't have really thick hair, there's only so much height you can get out of your ponytail, so you want it to start high already. Otherwise, you're not going to see it from the front. And then we're just going to use our satin scrunchie to create the ponytail. Satin scrunchie is great because it is a much more low damage way to put our hair up as opposed to a regular hair tie. You know, something along the lines of this is going to create a lot more tension and potential for breakage. And a scrunchie's cute. You can match your outfit and it's like an accessory. So I've only gone twice. Wrapping it twice is enough that it feels secure enough that it is not going to slide out. It does not feel like it's going to loosen, but it's still loose enough that I can manipulate my hair really easily. You might feel like you need to wrap it a third time if your hair is on the thinner side. That's fair. Or maybe your scrunchie's a bit bigger. It doesn't matter how many times. If you wrap it once, twice, 5 times, doesn't matter as long as it feels secure, but the hair still feels easy to work with. So now we've got our basic ponytail, but we want to kind of make this look a little more flirty and fun. So the first thing we're going to do is work on our base, and we're going to grab the hair really close and we're going to pull forward. Just giving some height between our scalp and the hair. That's instantly going to make our hair appear fuller and like our hair is thicker. The more slick your hair is, the more fine and almost thin it's going to feel like it looks. All right, and now we're going to grab our ponytail. We're not going to grab these two sides. We're going to grab sort of underneath the top section. So we're not grabbing right here. We're going under and taking two sides from just under the scrunchie, and we're going to pull side to side, and we're also going to bring it forward as we pull. So we're going to pull forward. We're going to do that again. Pull forward, and now we're going to grab on top, pull forward, and a little bit right in the center here. We're going to pull side to side and forward. Now our ponytail looks full, it looks fluffy, it looks cute. I'm going to pull some of my hairs out because that's how I like this. I'm going to bring my base up even more now. Always going little by little, because there'll be a point where it starts to feel like it's almost too loose. And if you get to that point, sometimes you have to just start over. So I always go little by little until I get that sort of perfect amount for how I want my hair to look that day. Now I'm just going to kind of grab different areas, pulling side to side, always kind of pulling forward as I do it, because we have put the texture powder in our hair. Your hair should have the right texture to kind of hold that fluffy fullness that we created. Here we have it, cute, fluffy ponytail. One single scrunchie, easy way to put your hair up, perfect for dirty hair days, gentle on your hair because the satin scrunchie is not terribly damaging to your hair. Easy peasy to try, especially if you are a complete and total beginner. Thank you so much for watching today. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos. Let me know how this works out for you in the comments because I love hearing from you guys. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because I would love to have you as part of my DIY hair school family. I will see you in the next video. Bye.